The crypto market is crashing right now. As you guys can see, everything is red, red, red. And Bitcoin for the past few days has just been moving lower and lower. And we saw this coming ever since we started moving towards the upside. But the thing is, even though prices are moving towards the upside, I'm actually seeing something that can tell us, hey, prices might actually reverse and potentially start moving towards the upside. And we are going to discuss that really soon. And even though we are seeing chaos in the crypto market, we're seeing a lot of red. In my inner circle, in my private community, you guys can see right here, almost 23% profit. You can see right here, almost 35% profit. You can see again right here, almost 33% profit. So even though we're having chaos in the crypto market, we've still been able to trade. We still have been able to get our crypto wallet nice, big, fat and juicy, making money regardless of what the crypto market is happening. And the geopolitical issue just continues to bounce up and down. So Trump has recently canceled his plans attack on Iran. And this seems to be bullish for the crypto market, but we're going to go over this because we've been hearing this news again and again and again. Now, last week, we actually had an insane drop where we saw over $90 billion get liquidated from the Japan stock market. And now US has come together with Japan to actually coordinate to buy more yen. Now, this is very bullish for the yen currency, but them actually doing this may not affect the crypto market the way people think. And it might actually put Bitcoin in a situation to see prices potentially move even lower. But I'm going to explain to you what exactly we're doing in my community to still get our crypto wallets looking nice, big, and juicy so that regardless of what happens, you can still make profit. Let's start off with talking about Mama Bitcoin because we know whatever she does, your favorite crypto project is going to do. She goes up, your favorite crypto is going to go up. And if she goes down, your favorite crypto is going to go down as well. Now, when I look at Mama Bitcoin, you guys, we knew this was going to happen because this pattern was happening again and again and again. Textbook play and prices dropped towards the downside. And once we saw prices drop towards the downside, what happened? All of our other cryptos started moving back towards the downside. Now, the thing that I've noticed that's very interesting here is that we have this massive level of support. So what I mean by that, you guys, every time Bitcoin hit within this range, we saw a move toward the upside. Came back within this range, a move toward the upside. Hit this range, a move toward the upside. It hit it again, a move towards the upside. And we see this pattern repeating again and again and again, even to the point when we went below this descending my correction, even after the point when we broke below this rising channel, we hit this range and ran back towards the upside. And now we've hit it again and we did a micro bounce toward the upside, not as big as it was previously. So the challenge that I'm seeing right now is we're reaching that point where prices are most likely going to consolidate. Prices are most likely going to start moving in the sideways direction before it decides what move it's actually going to do. And what I actually did was once I took a step back, I'm like, no, prices actually look like it's moving the downwards direction, getting ready to potentially explode towards the upside. And I noticed it right here because the pattern that we're seeing Bitcoin perform right now, it's done it already. This shouldn't be a surprise to anyone who's watching this video, especially if this isn't your first time on this channel. I know it sucks that prices are moving the downward direction, but we're actually setting ourselves up for a massive explosion towards the upside. And this is why. Right now, what is happening? We're seeing prices move towards the downside direction. Well, look what happened previously when we did the exact same thing. Here we can see prices did this massive drop towards the downside where Bitcoin hit that 60K. And then what happened? My bad, let me close this. And then up and away, we saw a massive explosion towards the upside. And right here was our rejection zone. And then once again, what happened? We see prices move within that downward direction, up and away, massive run toward the upside. Boom, hits that area, and then rejection again towards the downside. So we know every single time we see BTC hit between that 65K towards that 67K, prices go toward the downside. Rejection right here, move down, rejection right here, we move down, rejection right here, we move down. But we know sooner or later, every single time we get rejected towards the downside, prices ends up reversing and starts to move back toward the upside. And this upside gain is really good. If you measure from that low to this high, that's a 13%. If we measure from this low to the recent run up. That is almost a 16% move toward the upside. And we know if Mama Bitcoin's moving up almost 16%, then your favorite crypto project, your Ethereum, your BNB, your XRP, your Solana, your Tron, your Hype, your Dogecoin, your Zcash, whatever crypto it is most likely going to make a massive move towards the upside as well. Now, here is the thing. Even though what I'm saying is bullish, it is an indication that yes, prices may run up higher and do a massive move towards the upside. It does not mean that we may not see prices move lower. And based on how I'm seeing the chart play out, we're actually seeing that we may move lower before we do that massive move towards the upside. And this is why. Right now, we're in the middle of this channel. We're in the middle of the descending channel, which tells us, hey, there's a very high likelihood that we might see prices potentially move even lower. So meaning this channel could potentially go boom, 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 where we might even see BTC move back towards that $59,000 price range. But the good thing, like I mentioned before, is that this is a bullish pattern, meaning if we see this play out the way it traditionally does, we could potentially see prices make that move back towards the upside and finally start to move higher and higher. Now, the thing with this pattern is, I know I just said, hey, prices hit here and then it got rejected. Prices hit here and then it got rejected. Prices hit here and then it got rejected. The way I explain it is, if you keep knocking on that door, sooner or later, you are going to break it down. This great wall of China that is pushing Mama Bitcoin down, that is holding the rest of our crypto project lower and lower. Sooner or later, that area is going to get broken. And once that area gets broken, it is going to be that new level of support, and prices are now going to use it as a level of support where we're going to be able to bounce past that area. But until then, we just have to be a little bit patient, doing a few things, which is number one, accumulating our key crypto project for the long term that we know are worth it, and also trading so that we can make money today, this week. In my inner circle, you guys know I say it again and again and again in every single video. It does not matter if crypto moves up. It does not matter if crypto moves down. If you take the time to learn how to trade, you guys can see almost 40% profit on this trade with a 2x leverage. We don't use high leverage if you want to be able to make consistent profit, but that's for another video. You guys can see we're still able to make profit. Shout out to Faye, almost 62% profit on a 3x leverage, right? Shout out to Dirty Sprite in the community, almost 50% profit on a 3x leverage. So you guys can see we're still able to make profit in the community regardless of the chaos that's happening in the crypto market. So that's why I say my secret to getting a big fat juicy crypto wallet is learn to invest so you can make money when you're old and wrinkly and you're ready to retire, but also be able to trade to be able to make money today, this week, so that regardless of the crypto market continues to move up or down, you're still making gains and you're noticing that your crypto wallet is still becoming bigger and fatter and juicier every single week. There is something that's been happening in the crypto market that is absolutely insane, but it has been happening again and again and again, which is this. Trump cancels planned attack on Iran. And I like this. Yes, we don't want more war. We don't want more fighting. So it is great. But the thing is, we have these announcements happening every single week that it seems like at times. We know that a lot of times on Sundays, we get these positive news saying, hey, we're going to have a ceasefire. Hey, negotiation have stopped. And then we see that the market starts to pick up a little bit. And then by the time Friday comes, we go back to where we were. We're not going to negotiate anymore. We're not seeing eye to eye. There were strikes exchanged because we know on Friday is when the stock market closes. And this back and forth just leaves a massive level of uncertainty. So now when we get these news that are saying, hey, there are parameters set for negotiation, we just don't really know how valid it is. And it's reached a point where even though this news might seem bullish, if you look at the crypto market, prices are still going down. Now we've seen that the crypto market has reached a point that even if we do get these positive news about a ceasefire, coming to agreement, negotiations are back on, that the crypto market is still going to be going down. And when we look at the market as a whole, that the market has actually gone down almost 3% within the past 7 days. And even within the past 24 hours, we're still down quite a bit. Now, there's news that's actually happening that's really bullish that we might like, but the news isn't good for crypto. it's more good for the Asian market. Did I just say is more good? That doesn't make sense. It is better for the Asian market. All right, let's dive into it, because this does affect the crypto market in a negative way, because it's most likely gonna actually make it worse for crypto. Now, I know what I might be saying is confusing. I'm giving all of these negative things, but then I'm saying all of these positive things. Don't worry, everything is going to make sense soon. Because like I always say, it doesn't matter what crypto does, we can still make profit regardless if crypto moves up or it moves down. And if you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button as we journey our way to our first 1,000 subscribers. So let's go. US, Japan confirmed coordinated yen intervention. Long story short, this is just the US stepping in and buying the Japanese yen. But let's hear it from the man himself.
President, why is the U.S. intervening to support the Japanese yen at this time?
To support who?
To support the Japanese currency.
Because we have a good relationship with Japan. We're very strong, very, very strong financially. And they are, they have a weakening yen, and they wanted a little bit of help. And we're always there for Japan. Japan's been very good to us, with the exception, of course, of Pearl Harbor.
Mr. President,
They were not good.
shooting out of that.
Okay, I want to talk about that point because that's really important. If you look at the US bond, one of the countries that buys the most amount of US bond is China. Another country that buys the most amount of US bonds is Japan. Now, we know that China has actually been dumping the US bonds, but guess what? Japan hasn't. And Japan buying so much US bonds is really good for the US economy. So hence why he's saying Japan has been good to us. They have a really good relationship. So it makes sense that they're actually stepping in to buy more yen. But this can backfire in crypto. But let's finish this video first.
Financial benefit. Financial benefit. It's also good for the world economy. But we make, like when we did with Argentina, I got criticized, we made $25 billion on that deal. But Venezuela, we make hundreds of billions of dollars. I make good deals. Intel, I made $75 billion for the country. I didn't make for me, I made for the country. Intel, I backed Intel. It's the hottest stock right now on the New York stock, on the various stock exchanges. So we made about $75 to $80 billion. Japan wanted to. It was really more than anything.
One thing I will say, that the style callouts that Donald Trump has been giving, the profits, ooh, okay. If you know, you know.
It was a signal of friendship because the yen is weakening and the dollar is doing great. The fact is, our country is doing great. Everybody wants help from our country.
Trump said a few things that are important there. Number one, that the dollar is doing great. Number two, Japan has been good to us. And then number three, this is financially, it will help them. The thing is that the dollar and crypto, they don't really work well together in the sense where typically they work opposite. Because with US stepping in and helping Japan, that's really great for them. But what happens is, if it does strengthen the dollar, if it does make the dollar stronger, what does that do with crypto? Typically, when the dollar gets stronger, it makes crypto market weaker because they work in inverse. But if somehow US stepping in helps the Japan currency, and then in return, Japan continues to invest and buy US bonds, then helps the US economy and has this ricochet effect of coming down, helping the everyday person in how much we spend, seeing an increase in savings, seeing lower unemployment rate. That typically is good for the economy. And knowing that we technically only have 2 months left until the bear market is over per se, and then we start seeing prices start to move back toward the upside, works in our favor. Because in my mind, the more our economy is struggling and doing terrible, we cannot expect that the crypto market suddenly start to pump and do some massive run toward the upside. I know a lot of people say, yeah, when the US dollar goes down, we're gonna see crypto run up. But at the end of the day, if our economy is struggling, if our economy is going under a recession, we have no idea how big and Ethereum and Solana and our favorite crypto project are going to perform, because we've never really seen the crypto market go through a recession. And yes, there's still debates. Technically, hey, we are in a recession. And some people are saying, well, no, we're not in a recession. But when you look at the technical definition, we have been in a recession. But at the end of the day, one thing I've concluded, and I've said it again and again and again, I will always continue to say it with you guys, is that crypto will always do two things. Number one, we're going to see crypto continuously move toward the upside, and we saw it right here. And number two, we're going to see crypto move towards the downside. But if you take the time to learn how to invest, and we take a step back and looking at it from a long-term perspective, we see that prices do come down, but it typically will always end up coming back toward the upside to perform higher highs than it did the previous cycle. And then number two is it does not matter if crypto moves up or down if you take the time to learn how to trade, like I post here in my inner circle, showing you guys that you can still make profit regardless of what the crypto market does. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment and I'll make sure to read it and get back to you.